Hello everyone. So today's video is basically based on calculation of hardness of water but by using zeolite process. So when I posted the video of theoretical detail of the zeolite process, since then I have been receiving requests of posting the videos on the calculation also, like how are you going to use the zeolite process. So let us see how are we going to do that. Now this type of question is normally appeared in the calculation mode, that they give you that the zeolite softener is exhausted and is regenerated by passing NaCl solution, and they say that the hardness of water is this. You have to calculate the total volume of water. So now you have to remember that hardness or hard water was present, right? And then you treated it with zeolite. And the zeolite we used to represent it as Na2Z. I hope you remember Na was exchanged by calcium and magnesium ions in the process. And the moment when the calcium and magnesium ions are removed completely, so the zeolite becomes Na2Z. Rather than that, it becomes CaZ and MgZ. That means it becomes exhausted. So after some time you need to regenerate your zeolite back by providing a solution which contains Na ions, and that is how you regenerate it using NaCl, so that your Na comes back in the zeolite, and you can go ahead with the softening process. I hope you remember, that was discussed in the last video. So if you now relate this thing, like if A is equal to B, that means greater the hardness, greater would be the zeolite consumption, then B is equal to C. That means whatever zeolite is exhausted, that would be regenerated using NaCl. So I can directly use A is equal to C. That means whatever is the hardness present in the water, NaCl used for regeneration of zeolite would be proportional. And that's how you can skip the detail of zeolite in the question, and they only give you the details of hard water versus NaCl. And I hope you remember that obviously Na2Z is a big silicate network. The formula was quite big, and if you remember, it is like difficult for you to use it in the calculation. The molecular weight could go high, right? That's why this particular portion is skipped. Now if you see this question, how to solve it, it's that you have to first find out that in with reference to NaCl, how much hardness is going to consume, and if the hardness is already given like 600 ppm, so what would be the liter per liter? If it is this, then how would be the volume calculated? This is quite easy to understand. What I would like to tell you is one or kind of method which I use to solve the question is related to if you equate water with NaCl. I hope you understand N1 is nothing but number of gram equivalent dissolved per liter. So the hardness, which is 600 ppm, could be written as 600 milligram per liter. So we can use this N1 like this. The question says you have to calculate the total volume. So V1 is what you have to calculate. N2 is number of gram equivalent of NaCl, which is written here 1500 milligram per liter. So you can utilize 1500 directly. V2 of NaCl is 150 liter. So that is what the thing is. But now if you want to equate it to, I hope you remember in water hardness, one of the videos I said that you have to convert it into calcium carbonate equivalent. All of this also you have to convert them, and you have to use a multiplication factor for it, which is nothing but the ratio of molecular weights. So it would be like molecular weight of calcium carbonate, which is like 100, to the molecular weight of NaCl here, because I want to convert this NaCl into CaCO3 equivalent. So it would be 58.5. And that is why I guess now you understand that the zeolite thing is not utilized, because the molecular weight would be then clumsy to calculate. That's why NaCl is very easy to put on. So 58.5. So while multiplying this with the multiplication factor, what we have done is we have converted this NaCl into its respective CaCO3 equivalent. Now one more factor is there, which you have to multiply it with half also. How? Because I guess you remember that the valency factor is 2 here, right? In order to regenerate 1 Na2Z, 2 NaCl is required. So 1 NaCl is actually going to regenerate half of the zeolite, and this is what is utilized in neutralizing your softening process. This is responsible for hardness. So you have to write half here in order to equate this NaCl with respect to what is Na2Z utilized for softening of this hard water. So I hope don't forget to multiply with this multiplication factor and this valency factor. And then now if you solve this, you are going to get this liter only. So this is the type 1 numerical, wherein directly you can use these values, substitute and get the answer for V1. And both of the methods are valid. Let us go to the type 2 here. Now here at type 2, I'll disclose the answer. It is the same, that if this much hardness is present in 1 liter, so how much in this much liter, right? How many liters are to be found? Now using the same concept here, what I am going to do is water versus NaCl. What is N1? N1 is written here 700 milligram per liter. So 700 milligram per liter multiply by V1 you have to find out. What is N2 here? N2 is 70 grams per liter. So 70 multiply by V2. What is V2? 100 liter of NaCl. Now you have to equate these. So you have to write this NaCl into CaCO3 equivalent. So you have to multiply it with a multiplication factor so that it gets converted into CaCO3 equivalent. I guess you don't forget that you have to multiply it with the valency factor also in order to equate this NaCl to the hardness of water present. Now even if you think this is in milligram per liter, but this is gram per liter, so this is also not equated. So you have to multiply it with 1000. So in type 2 numerical you have to see here, if it is gram per liter, don't forget to multiply it with 1000 in order to convert it into milligram per liter. And now if you solve the question for V1, I hope you will get the same answer. So this is type 2. Now let us go to type 3 kind of numerical. In type 3 what they are doing? Just see the question and see the answer as well. Meanwhile, you have to calculate the hardness of water and now the volume is given. I am going to utilize the same method which I always do. So I am just solving it once again for you. Water and NaCl. So now what they have done? They have asked you N1, which is in like milligram per liter, hardness. And then V1, which is written here 15,000, right? Equal to N2. N2 is 150 gram per liter. So 150 multiply by V2, which is nothing but 100. Now I hope you remember what you have to do. You have to multiply it with multiplication factor, 100 into 58.5, multiply it with half and multiply it with 1000 also, because this 150 is in gram per liter and the normality which you are going to calculate would be in milligram per liter. So if you solve by this way also, finding out calcium carbonate equivalent, and then for this much liter, this much hardness is there. So for 1 liter, how much hardness is there? So this method also can be utilized and this also can be utilized. This is type 3. So the same thing which I said is written here. You have to find out N1, V1 is given, N2 is given, V2 is given, multiply it with multiplication factor, valency and the volume. Now coming to the which one? Type, another type. I hope you remember type 1 was milligram per liter, type 2 was gram per liter. Now we are coming to type 4 wherein hardness has to be find out. Obviously here now liters are to be find out, right? So hardness is given, which is like 250. Find out the V1. N2 is this. So now this is the type 4 wherein we can like give you gram or milligram per liter, but in another way. Weight. I think you understand weight by volume is the percentage. So I guess 5 gram in 100 ml water. But per liter you can say it as a 50 gram per liter. So you can write 50 here safely. Then V2 is 25. So write 25. And then obviously multiply it with the multiplication factor. Then multiply it with the valency. And then this is gram per liter. So you multiply it in 1000 to get milligram per liter. And now if you solve the question for V1, you are going to get the same answer. So either you go by this approach or you go by this approach, more or less they are same. So I've just given you two methods, you can utilize any of the method to find out. Type 4 is done. Now this is nothing but one question just for your practice purpose, is a kind of same type which we have done. It's very easy. You have to find out hardness. The V1 thing is given, which is 11,000. Then this is 250. So 250 multiply by 500. Now since this is in gram per liter, multiply by 1000. multiply by multiplication factor and half, and you solve it and you're good to go. You'll get this answer. Now coming to the next type 5 of the numerical. Herein, if you will see, you're going to get all of the details. Hardness given is 400. You have to find out the volume of water. N1 is 70 gram per liter. Then 500 here V2. So now this is in gram per liter. So you have to first convert it into CaCO3. Then the multiplication like valency factor and multiply it with 1000 in order to convert it into milligram per liter. And then easily you can find out the V1. Similarly, by this method also, like for this is present in 1 liter, so in this much liter what would be the hardness? So like that you can solve it. Now the thing is, here it is written 80% exhausted. Now what are you going to do with it? Like, are you going to convert this into 100%? Like, this is the answer for 80%, what would be the answer for 100%, or vice versa? Think a bit. What I said already was hardness, right, was removed by zeolite, and zeolite is regenerated using NaCl, right? So now let's say, like, if in a container zeolite bed was placed and then you were adding hard water from top and you were getting soft water from bottom. Now if the requirement of zeolite is 1 kg and you put 2 kg of zeolite here in the bed, what do you think? When you treat your hard water here, the zeolite would be 50% exhausted at the end. Because the requirement was 1 kg, I kept 2 kg, so the 50% of the zeolite is exhausted while 50% is not exhausted. 1 point. Second point, the hardness is 100% removed or not? Yes, the hardness is 100% removed. Second point. Third point, now 50% is exhausted. So NaCl calculation for regeneration would be for 50% or for 100% of zeolite. Obviously for 50% of the zeolite, because the rest of the zeolite is left untouched. It is still there in the container. It can still be used. So only exhaustion was taken place of 50%. So whatever NaCl you are going to use for regeneration would be for 50%. And that is responsible for removing the hardness 100%. So again, A is equal to B is equal to C, and you can safely equate A and C, because whatever is the hardness, only that proportional amount of zeolite is exhausted and only that proportional amount of NaCl is utilized for regeneration. So it does not matter whether this zeolite is 80% exhausted or is 50% exhausted. The thing is, it has done its job. It has removed your hardness 100%. So it does not matter whether the zeolite is 80% exhausted or is what, right? So you have to ignore this fact that it is 80% exhausted. So it's not mentioned in the question that the hardness is 80% removed. If it is that so, then you can convert that for 80% this, then 100% this, right? But if it is written related to the zeolite, you are not supposed to take it into consideration, because zeolite has done its job. It has removed the hardness 100%, and whatever NaCl amount is written here is going to regenerate whatever is exhausted, and whatever is exhausted has removed your hardness fully. So the moral of the story here is, just ignore this and try to solve the question the way you solve it. This is type 5 for you. Now coming to the type 6 numerical. Now herein what we can do is we can increase the difficulty level by one step more. Now let us first calculate what we know up till now. So let's say I have to calculate the total volume of water. Hardness is 275. So let me write 275 into V1. Then coming to N2 is 1% of NaCl. I hope you remember 1 gram in 100 ml. So 10 gram per liter. So 10 multiply by liters, which is written here 10,000. Now you have to equate it with calcium carbonate equivalent. So multiply it with the multiplication factor. Now you multiply it with half, the valency factor, and then since it is in gram per liter, you multiply it with 1000. Why? I want to convert it into milligram per liter. Now this is how you are going to solve for V1, right? And I think you will get this answer. when you solve it. Okay, now next part of the question says what will be the total expenses of purification of water for the month of February 2020 if the cost of salt is 10 rupees per kg. So first I have to calculate it like per day calculation, right? Per day how much kg is utilized. So 10 gram per liter and the volume is 10,000. So if you convert it into grams or you convert it into kg, I think you can reach out to 100 kg. Alright, so using these two values of NaCl, you can find out per day consumption of NaCl. Now in February 2020, I hope you remember it would be 29 days. So per day calculation is this. So for 29 days, 2900 kg would be the calculation. Now if 1 kg is 10 rupees, so 2900 kg would be 29,000 rupees. So that is how you have to calculate the total expenses of purification. So you just have to focus on which month is given here. Just multiply it with the number of days, multiply it with how much is the cost, and then you are good to go. You can calculate this easily. So this is one more type of numerical. Now coming to the last part of my presentation, this is a set of questions which I would like you to solve. I think based on the presentation up till now, you will be able to solve these questions. If not, do mention in the comment. If you are able to solve it, then also do mention in the comment. So this is what the all types here. Now what I can do is I can increase one more type here. Like if I mention the hardness in degree French, and then if I ask you to solve the question, so one more step will be increased. I hope you remember in one of my videos I told you unit conversion, right? So what you have to do is you have to convert this degree French into ppm first, and then you utilize the values and use the same equation, or you can use the method which is mentioned here in the presentation. Both of the methods you can use. So just disclosing the answer, I think you will be able to reach up to this answer and you are able to understood the fact. So just do let me know. So thank you everyone for liking and subscribing to the channel. I have been receiving comments to post videos on ion exchange process and lime soda process. So very soon I would be doing that. Then I have received comment to post alkalinity based calculations. So for that I will also do. Then from one subscriber I have received a comment to post a video on a virtual lab. So I would definitely do that. So that is it. Keep posting in the comments what do you like and also what do you not like. So it would be helpful for me for the improvement of the videos. So I think you understood the zeolite process well. Thank you so much.